Hello fellow Whovians, DC Wood here once again with part 6 of our Destiny of the Doctor review series from the Box of Stuff on Beartown Radio. We're over halfway through this range of audio-exclusive Doctor Who adventures, and we've arrived at Colin Baker, the infamous 6th Doctor, and his role in Destiny, Trouble in Paradise.
So, what's an omniparadox? An omniparadox is an extremely rare and potentially universe-shattering space-time event, explained the Doctor, his face ashen. It's a monumental source of energy. Just as nuclear power is brought about by bashing atoms together, omniparadox power is brought about by the collision of time. One false move, and we could snap reality like a twig. Wow. Exactly, Perry, as you so succinctly put it. Wow. The coordinates to the omniparadox appeared, floating in midair like smoke, as if scrawled by a ghostly graffiti artist. The Doctor inputted the coordinates into the console, and the time rotor rose and fell. Perry struck a determined pose. Okay, well, let's go get it! The Doctor rolled his eyes. Fine, Perry. If you insist, we'll go get the omniparadox, he tutted to himself.
The Doctor and companion Perry Brown, Nicola Bryant, are on an urgent mission, which takes them to a sailing ship in 1492. The captain? None other than Christopher Columbus himself. The 6th Doctor is naturally over the moon to meet one of history's greatest explorers, but Perry is the complete opposite, warning the Time Lord that the man behind the legend is not all he's cracked up to be. Tempers fray, situations arise, and a bizarre time experiment is running amok in the 15th century, threatening the entire universe as we know it. Trouble in Paradise is written by Nev Fountain and narrated by Nicola Bryant, once again playing Perry. Cameron Stewart plays the supporting role of Christopher Columbus.
Do you have GPS now? No, you probably still do boring old coordinates. Seriously, you should get the galactic positioning system. I love all that. Take a left to the next planet, carry on for the next 500 light years, turn around and run away from that monster when possible stuff. It's great fun. Mine's got the voice of Davros. It's hilarious.
Nev Fountain writes the 6th Doctor, Perry Brown, and their relationship down to a T. Colin Baker's Doctor was wilder, more aggressive and arrogant than any other incarnation, with his compassion buried very deep, yet remaining. Perry is a companion who isn't afraid to put her foot down either, and the results provide many a great highlight for Trouble in Paradise. Despite their relationship being perhaps the most tumultuous between a Doctor and a companion, it's evident that the 6th Doctor and Perry care for one another. It's expertly written here, and Nicola Bryant fulfills all the usual criteria for the Destiny series. She's a delight in narrating and performing, and captures the tone in her impersonation of Colin's Doctor, although her reprisal of Perry does grate at times, as she once again delivers that false American accent. Nicola is ace, but alas, like Smoke and Mirrors, the secondary actor surpasses the primary narrator here. Cameron Stewart is perfect in the role of Christopher Columbus, providing a stupid, aloof demeanour for the legendary explorer. Having studied Columbus at school, I was thrilled about his inclusion in Trouble in Paradise, but learning of Columbus's darker, more selfish traits in history was a real eye-opener, especially on doing later research after listening to this story. Fountain writes a refreshing, colourful and villainous take on Columbus, which is another exceptional use of a real-life historical icon in a Doctor Who story, especially during the creative interludes where Christopher is writing his journal throughout.
At last I understood that the Doctor was, in fact, the greatest explorer in the world, and that compared to him, I, Christopher Columbus, was nothing. It was then that I resolved to kill him.
I'm sad to say that Trouble in Paradise is by far the weakest outing in Destiny of the Doctor. The previous 5 stories, regardless of individual quality, were excellent in upholding the consistent quality of the series. Trouble in Paradise is a story that annoyingly breaks the trend due to Nev Fountain's story. There are too many subplots that Nev tries to juggle here, and he doesn't quite pull it all off. The end of the universe, the Doctor and Perry's mission, the Columbus and time experiment affairs. It's a real mishmash of writing, with any loose ends left over being tied up hastily and somewhat messily. The Boven and his time experiment simply wasn't something I was able to take seriously. A, because it feels so random and out of place. B, it's an unnecessary subplot. And C, that voice. Cameron Stewart gives an awesome voice to the least deserving character ever. It's like lending Mumra's voice to the Gruffalo. I had to restrain myself from bursting into hysterics. It's that bad.
You were sent here by the livestock to stop my time experiments? Answer yes or no?
Doctor Who Trouble in Paradise is a highly flawed and disjointed piece of work. I'm sad to say that because the tropical atmosphere, the depictions of the Sixth Doctor, Perry, Columbus, and the Destiny theme itself being the central plot for this episode are great highlights indeed. It seems to capture the essence of not just Colin Baker's era, but also the real-life problems and creative misdirection that the man unfortunately had to endure. Colin was just as worthy of being the Doctor as any of his predecessors and successors, and you get justification why here. It's just a shame that it's not enough. For completists only, 3 stars. Trouble in Paradise is available via digital download or on CD wherever audiobooks are sold. For any Whovians who have listened to Destiny of the Doctor, specifically this episode, please leave your comments below. What did you think? Share your thoughts, but no spoilers please. Next time round sees the 7th Doctor in the thick of it. Recommend you tune in for our review of Shockwave.